Megabass gives us wood. Evergreen gives us soft plastic. And a horse leather swim bait. This is what's new this week at the Hookup Tackle. Welcome to the Hookup Tackle. The Hookup Tackle is the world's largest showcase of Megabass products, featuring baits and colors not found at any other dealer. The Hookup also offers a wide display of OSP, Evergreen, Deps, Lucky Craft, Jackal, and many more. The Hookup Tackle is owned and operated by family, is staffed by guides and verified tackle nerds who love helping anglers elevate their craft. If you're in the Phoenix area, we'd love to have you stop by our showroom and check out the wonderful world of Megabass and the Hookup for yourself. If you shop online, there are almost 10,000 SKUs of Megabass products alone, with hundreds of other companies and new products being added daily. So next time you're looking for that hard to find bait, that color your fish have never seen before, or maybe you just want to elevate your game, look at thehookuptackle.com. Welcome back, my friends. I am Ben with the Hookup Tackle, aka the Tackle Otaku on Instagram, being filmed by my buddy Jeffrey the King on Instagram. Welcome back to another episode of What is New, where we're going to break down new products that arrived this week, as well as important restocks so you guys can stay on top of new products arriving. So if you're ready, let's go. So let's start with Megabass. We always seem to, so it's a trend. Let's stick with it. So Megabass is giving us the wood again. That's right, the return of the Scream X, both in the single swisher and in the double prop, is back. Now, if you're not familiar with the Scream X has been in the lineup for a while, comes in and out. It is a hand-carved wooden bait that features either a single prop on the front or a dual prop, one on the front and one on the back. This bait is designed to walk just like any other topwater bait, or you can rip it and it will prop and work a lot like a buzz bait on the surface or just a rip style prop bait. Really cool, just a different, unique type offering from Megabass, being that it's wood and hand carved, beautiful paint jobs as normal. Just a special offering. I don't expect these to be in the lineup again for very long. So if you've been looking, or you're just looking for kind of a unique shaped bait from Megabass, you'll notice that it all kind of curves and tunes. It's just a really cool bait, right? So if you're a Megabass geek like I am, it's just exciting to get something like this. They're 105 millimeters long, 3/4 of an ounce, so they'll cast really good on any of your normal traditional topwater rods that you throw the bigger stuff on. So check those out in the Scream X lineup. Staying in kind of a prop style bait, a restock of the Megabass Eye Loud in White Python. Now this color basically just caught the world by storm this year. As fast as we could get it in, it was selling out. They are back in stock, so if you guys have missed the last couple drops, they are back, so definitely want to pick that up. If you're not familiar with the Eye Loud, definitely check out our wake bait breakdown video that we did a couple weeks ago, where you can really see it in depth in the water. But the Eye Loud is just an amazing kind of bigger style wake bait that can be fished very slow on the surface, and you get the advantage of the prop and the internal knocker, so you get two different sets of noise. Or you can burn it really fast. It will actually kind of subsurface dive and kind of hunt as it tries to right itself. So it's a very versatile wake bait. White Python, special color, back in stock. Also back in stock is one of our favorite colors in jerkbait, and this is MG Vegetation Reactor. Now, it is back in stock literally in every jerkbait. The Ito Shiner, the Ito Vision 110, the Ito Vision 110 Plus One, the 110 Junior, the X80 Trick Darter. And if you're not familiar with MG Vegetation Reactor, this is an amazing trigger type color from Megabass. It is a shiny yet see-through body. So when the light hits this, the light will actually go through the body, so it breaks down the profile. It has a lime belly, a chartreuse back, and a red head. So obviously, this is not a match the hatch kind of style color. This is a color when the fish are lethargic, when the fish aren't sure exactly what they're doing, that the color scheme is designed to trigger them. Remember, anything in Megabass that says reaction, reactor, anything with the word react in it is kind of scientifically proven to draw a reaction strike. So definitely give that dude a look. It's in all your favorite jerkbaits. It's available again now. We were doing some spring cleaning and we thought we were out of these things, but we found a few boxes left. So if you missed the drop, we do have some of these back in stock. This is the special one-time only offering, special run color that Megabass did for us. This is 2020 Japan. It is available in an Edovision 110, an Edovision 110 Junior, an X80 saltwater, and the X80 Magnum, which is one of my favorite baits. Let's see if I can get it out of here. Jeff will probably do something kind of fancy editing. And there's the color. It's a very simple color. It's basically like a French pearl type base. It's designed to look like the Japan flag. It has the red dot on the top of it, the limited red writing on the back. Just a beautiful, simple color, but one that has been very needed in some of the baits that they haven't had a true white color in, and it is available while supplies last. Check those out. All right, back in stock this week from Megabass is the return of a couple of colors in their Pony Frog. Now, the Pony Frog went away, and then Megabass Japan found some, and so we're bringing in as many as we can get our hands on. This is the smallest little frog that Megabass makes. It's 56 millimeters, 3/8 of an ounce. It walks great. It comes with a solid ring on the front, which gives it an amazing pivot. So if you're looking for a small, easy to walk option from Megabass, this is a great one. Like I said, it's only available in a couple colors, but it's an interesting return that a lot of you guys have been looking for. So those are back. Also back in stock, our most popular soft plastic from Megabass outside of their swim baits. This is the TK Twister. Now, the TK Twister is a very simple soft plastic. It's basically a very thick body, and it has a couple of tentacles on it. You can do a lot of different things with this. You can punch it, you can flip it, you can use it as a jig trailer, but one of the things that we love to do is we love to rig it backwards with a back-weighted hook, and it will actually glide away from you. So as you toss it out, it will back glide down underneath the bushes, underneath the docks, similar to the DoLive shot that we talked about last week from OSP. Just a very versatile bait from Megabass. It's available in a bunch of great colors, but all the green pumpkins and watermelons, cinnamons, all those things. Both sizes, there's a 3.5 inch as well as a 4.5 inch. They're both back in stock in all the colors. And finally from Megabass, a return of our favorite spoon. This is the Metal-X Waving Rider. Now this comes from Megabass Ocean. This is part of their saltwater lineup, but this is a spoon that we throw all the time out here, especially in the fall and winter. It comes in a 30 gram or a 40 gram. So essentially you're looking at like an ounce, a little over an ounce, maybe an ounce and a half, right? And what's cool about the Metal-X Waving Rider is it comes with all the rigging and all the stuff you need. So this is designed to be a jigging spoon. This is something where you're gonna see fish on the graph, you're gonna drop a spoon down, you're gonna lift, let it fall, right? Lift, let it fall. It's in the shape of a small little anchovy. So if you guys are saltwater fishing, it's gonna be more of a small bait fish anchovy look. If you guys are in freshwater, it's gonna look like a shad. I mean, all the normal silver colors are in, but it comes already with the stinger hook up front, great treble hook on the bottom. It's ready to go. So if you guys are looking for just a great JDM spoon alternative to your spoon fishing, the Metal-X Waving Rider is awesome. All right, new this week from Evergreen Japan is the Bassenemy soft plastic bait from Evergreen. This is available in a 3.5 inch and a 4.5 inch. The Bassenemy is basically like a speed tail worm. It could act like a grub, it could be a great trailer for a chatterbait, a spinnerbait, or it could be fished on its own, either on a ball head, Texas rig, weightless. It's a great option from Evergreen. Definitely has that traditional Evergreen scent. Smells like you've been out too late on a Saturday night. So definitely check those out. Bassenemy from Evergreen. Also, big restock on the shower blows. 125 and 105. I know a lot of you guys have been looking for these. Or if you're looking at the American name, the SB105, SB125. No idea why Evergreen just didn't leave it shower blows, but they'll always be shower blows to us, won't they, Jeff?
Yes.
So all the good colors back in stock in the shower blows if you've been looking. And if you don't know about the shower blows is an amazing pencil popper. It has a big bulbous back end, which is definitely the hot trend right now. Right, Jeff?
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Thick.
They're really amazing to come out of the package. 1 second, please. There is a look at it. So these are really the ultimate pencil popper. This is kind of the pencil popper that everybody else has tried to design their pencil poppers to. You notice it starts thin and gets the big booty in the back end. And basically what that does is that big butt basically shifts on itself. So with different motions of the rod, you can get this bait to do different things. You can give your rod long strokes and it will move big and glide far, similar to like a vixen or a spook or something like that. Or you can tighten up your rod twitches and that butt end will just move on itself and the bait will literally just kind of walk in place right on itself, keeping it in the strike zone longer. So definitely, if you guys aren't on the shower blows wagon already, definitely get on it. Those are back in stock. Also a restock from Deps Japan in the Deathadder Hog. This is one of our most popular flip baits from Deps. It's got big claws that float up nice and high, give a lot of flapping action. So all the good colors are back in stock in these in all the sizes. And then new from Deps Japan are 3 new jigs. So we've got the Kontour Jig is now available. And the Kontour Jig is basically a great just kind of run and bank and pitching type jig. It's got a thick skirt that's hand tied. It's got a very uniquely shaped head that comes out of cover very simply. It's available in a 3/8, a half, and a 5/8 ounce. So if you're just kind of running down the bank, just kind of pitching around, you need a good jig that has a great hook sets, great hook up ratio, and comes through cover easily. The Kontour Jig is a great one. Also new, I dropped my jig. I'm back. Also new from Deps is the Super Headlock Jig. Now, we've been carrying the Headlock Jig for quite some time from Deps, and it's been one of our best-selling small finesse jigs. The Super Headlock Jig is the same size, same small profile, little finessey jig, but it features a bigger hook. So instead of that little 2/0 little hook, it's a more offset, set back 3/0 version, so it can handle a little bit longer trailer and just sits that hook back on the jig a little bit more. So if you're looking for that small compact jig with just a little bit bigger bite, the Super Headlock is a great one. And then also the Headlock weedless version. So if you're familiar with the Headlock, one of the things that makes it so amazing is that it doesn't have a weed guard and just notches them every time you set the hook. But if you're fishing around wood or any type of, you know, heavier cover, it hangs up so easily. So this is kind of the perfect combination of both. It comes with a dual strand titanium guard that you can flex down or up or spread however you need to. So now you can get that great small little finessey Deps Headlock Jig profile and keep the weed guard on there so you can not get hung up in all the wood. So those are available now in a bunch of colors, new from Deps. All right, in new this week from Duo Japan, new colors in the Boostar Swimbait. Now the Boostar, if you're not familiar with it, is been out for a few months now from Duo. It's a great paddle tail swimbait, and like all things Duo, made in Japan, great quality, all by hand. I mean, it's really an incredible process and amazing prices because Duo OEMs so many other brands are able to create their own brand for a lot cheaper than a lot of the other ones. So if you're looking for an amazing JDM swimbait that's not going to break the bank, the Boostar is a great one. It has replaced things like a skinny dipper for a lot of guys because it can burn in, it can fish slow. But here are the new colors. There is a new white pearl and a new sexy shad color, and these are available in both the 3.5 and the 5-inch size. So that's in the Boostar Wake Swimbait. Also new from Duo are extended sizes in their Wriggle crawler. Crawlers are a huge rage in Japan, really designed to be fished on the Neko rig, but of course you could drop shot them. You can do so many different things with the crawler, but they're available now in a 3.8, a 4.8, and then the Big Daddy 5.8 size. Bunch of colors, but extended lineup on those from Duo. New this week from Gancraft are 3 new colors of our best-selling jointed claw size. This is the Jointed Claw 70. This is the small little finessey size, definitely gonna go on a spinning rod. It Fishes very simply. You can throw it out and just wind the handle, and it's going to have a nice little tight S movement. You can actually get it to glide with very short little twitches. And obviously this isn't a very big bait, so don't expect anything real huge off to the side, but it does have a really interesting kind of glide and jerk motion to it. These are available in the floating size, or the floating, these are available, blah, Jesus. These are available in the floating version. The sinking version should be back out sometime in the next week or so as well. The floating version is great for fishing high over vegetation, or it gives you the versatility to weight it. So the 3 new colors, you have pink back shad, golden shiner, and chartreuse back yamame. Definitely check those out. They're gonna fly once you guys get word that they are available. Okay, in new this week from Imakatsu is the Mogulla swim jig. A lot of you guys were asking us to bring these in, and we did. This is one of the most popular swim jigs in Japan, really just because it's made correctly. The eye is in the right place, the head is in the right place, and the right design. It has the weight that shifts back onto the actual shank of the hook, so it's very balanced, right? So you can put virtually any trailer on here, and it's just going to keep it at a very horizontal balance. Instead of the jig really trying to push the bait down, it keeps it at a very even keel as it comes through the water. So I know a lot of you guys live in places where swim jigs crush them. This is just going to be a great option. It's available in a 3/8 and a 1/2 ounce in new from Imakatsu. All right, in new this week from OSP are new colors of the Bent Minnow. Now these are in the Bent Minnow 86 size. You have TN Sight. What was the color again? You have TN Sight Special and Abalone Pink. These are great new additions to the lineup. They're gonna definitely be kind of clearer watercolors from OSP. If you're not familiar with the Bent Minnow is a very uniquely shaped topwater slash slightly subsurface type bait that you twitch, and it has an amazing darting action to it. Anytime you need something fairly finessey that really looks like a bait fish kind of skittering away, this is a great option. So check out the new colors from OSP there. Also, a huge restock of the OSP Rudra jerkbait. Now, the Rudra is the bigger version of the Varuna, which is one of our best-selling jerkbaits in the shop. The Rudra is 130 millimeters long, and it's about 18 grams, so it's about 5/8 of an ounce. What's interesting about the Rudra is that it's available in a true suspend and then also a slow float version. So if you like that more slow floatish type action on the pause, something like an Edo Vision 110 would give you, where the bait pauses and then slowly kind of quivers its way up, go for the slow float version. If you want that bait to just really truly suspend and stop on a dime, then go with the suspending version. It's available in a ton of colors. We brought in the entire color palette from OSP, so definitely check those guys out. If you're into throwing just a louder, easy to cast, great moving jerkbait, the Rudra is an amazing one for you guys to look at. And finally from OSP, an all-white beaver. So the beaver is one of our favorite flip jig trailer, free rig type baits. If you haven't seen the OSP beaver in the water, you're missing out. It has an amazing kind of thumping action with its claws. It really looks a lot like a crawdad would move naturally, where it's kind of skittering away. Definitely give the beaver a look if you guys are fishing around anything that has crawdads, if you're flipping laydowns, pitching trees, or just looking for a really interesting free rig bait. The beaver's a great one from OSP. In new-ish again for us from Sunline is the Sunline Structure FC. Now this is not a new line. We carried this line before. It didn't really sell well, so we did away with it, but now it's become kind of a hot new line again, and I know a lot of you guys have been looking for it. The Structure FC is really designed for structure fishing, so it's made a little bit more abrasion resistant than the traditional FC Sniper. Sunline is really good about this, about confusing the fluorocarbon world and making too many different specific segments of fluorocarbon, but since you guys have been asking for it, we did bring it in. This is not something that's going to necessarily go into my arsenal because I do just fine with the Sniper and the Shooter, but if you wanted to try something different, the Structure FC is back. Staying on lines for a second, we finally We were slow to the take on this one. Brought in some YGK. A lot of you guys have been asking for YGK. YGK is known in Japan as really being the top braided line of Japan. Did I just say Japan? One of the finest lines in Japan. It's available in 3 different braids. They have the G-Soul upgrade, which is an amazing 8-strand, very soft braid. It has every 3 feet, there's a little white marker on it, so you can visually see your line everywhere it is without going to something that's super high vis. The other 2 lines in their lineup are 4 strands, so they're very durable. They're designed for spinning rods, but they're sinking braids. So these are going to help you get lighter baits down to the bottom quicker. Instead of having the floating braid that really just creates a bow down to the bait, the whole braid body is going to sink, which will help keep your baits down at a deeper level. Should definitely help a lot of you guys that are trying to depth control fish. So check these out, new from YGK. And we also brought in their fluorocarbons as well if you want to check those out. Lucky Craft finally gave a big restock of the Gunfish 117. Now we just talked about the shower blows or the SB from Evergreen. This is basically the Lucky Craft version of that in a Gunfish. So same thing, kind of a pencil popper style bait. It's gonna have that loud, without crushing the package, it's gonna have that loud knock to it. So basically gonna give you a very similar walk, a similar profile in all the Lucky Craft colors. In the Gunfish 117, check those out. I just dropped my bait, Jeff. Cut, new Manifold, take 2. Are we rolling?
Take 2.
Okay. New this week from Manifold, new colors of the Castellanon. Now, if you follow us on our What's New, what do we do this, every week? I guess that is every 7 days, isn't it, Jeff? We have talked about the Castellanon before. This is a really cool swim bait that looks crazy, but if you give it a chance, put it in the water, it catches fish like crazy. It's got an amazing swim, just something very different the fish don't see. A release of 5 new colors in the Manifold. There's a perch red clear, a silver black, a real bluegill, miracle snow. It's a miracle, Jeff. Perch green clear. So those are all available in the Castellanon. Also, really exciting from Manifold, some handcrafted leather swim baits. Now, these are not only like the craziest looking swim baits that you've ever seen, right? And they're available in 2 different sizes. There's a Deniro and a Patiino. So Deniro's the big guy, Patino's the small guy. They're also available in what they're calling a Yugo frame. So you notice how this one has this kind of lip to the front of it, and this guy doesn't. This guy you just tie on and use. This guy has just the capability of customization. So you have basically 3 line tie holes, and then you have these other little holes that you could attach a little grenade weight or some type of weighting system to get the bait down. Now, what's interesting about Manifold, if you're not familiar with Manifold, Manifold is basically one man who is just an amazing leather craftsman. He spent the last almost 40 years crafting handmade leather purses, wallets, all kinds of stuff in Japan, and he's an avid fisherman. And so he wanted to tie his love for fishing and his amazing craftsmanship for leather goods together, and that's what created the Deniro and the Patiino. So inside is a hand-carved polyethylene body. So each one is done by hand and scraped and designed to give this bait an S movement or a glide, depending on how you want to work it. On the outside is a hand-stitched horse leather. Right? Now, if you're not familiar with Japanese culture, horse is like everywhere. I know it seems a little bit weird here in the US, but they eat horse, they use horse leather, it's just a thing there. But what the horse leather does is the horse leather does not change temperature. It doesn't cool like a traditional ABS plastic would. So if you're fishing in colder temperatures and you throw something like, I don't know, a slide swimmer or an ice slide or something like that, the bait is going to take on the temperature of the water. Whereas with this guy, the leather is going to maintain its temperature. So it's actually going to be warmer in the water than what other baits would. And the idea is that it's going to more closely imitate the temperature that would be given off by an actual bait fish. As the bait gets used, the leather will wear and it will have more of a similar look to like a wounded or injured bait fish would. So if you are in the market for just something really unusual, really amazing, handcrafted JDM quality, these are going to set you back anywhere from $400 to $500 depending on which one you get. You want to fish them, fish them. Jeff and I are going to take them out. We're going to go dominate, aren't we, Jeff?
Sure.
We're going to see what we can get. But just amazing pieces of art that are also fishable. Definitely check these out from Manifold. I think you guys are really going to love them. Well, guys, thank you so much for watching. It's always a pleasure to have you here. As always, if you have any questions, please drop them in the comments below, and we will definitely get to them. Until next time, arigatou gozaimasu. Peace out.